Hi. Now, welcome to my channel. I'm mostly going to be talking about horses, and it's going to be not just for beginners, people who want to get a horse and are not really 100% sure, but it's also if you already have a horse and you want to learn a little bit more. I am going to teach this first video is just going to be basically what a horse is, on the inside as well as the outside. It's not going to be anything, I'm going to make it easy because if there's kids who want to learn. So that's basically what this particular channel is going to be about. So the first thing I want to talk about is what is a horse, okay? You can look at a horse, take this model here, and say, okay, this is a beautiful animal that I can sit on and ride, okay? That's usually when people think of horses, the first thing they think of is getting on their back and riding them. But to be honest, horses were not made to be ridden. They did not evolve to have all that weight on their back. And some horses will get what's called a sway back. And this is, on this side, is the vertebrae here, okay? Now this vertebrae is a lot more sensitive than people think it is. Okay, now this is the inside of the horse. See how large this rib cage is? There's a lot in there to protect. The reason the horse is so big is not so that people sit on their back. They're big because they have a lot in there that they have to protect and that they have to have room for. Horses have, just their small intestine alone is 70 feet on an average horse, okay? And that all has to be coiled up inside of here. So this is, and we start, let me just cut this down a little bit so we could see this here a little bit more. Okay, so you've got your skull, and then you've got your bones in your neck. That's part of your vertebrae, and it goes all the way down, actually into the tailbone, which is also part of the vertebrae. So horses were actually not meant to be weight bearing, and if you ever see a horse with a back that goes, that's called a sway back, and that can happen. Particular breeds such as Morgans are a little bit more susceptible to this than, like, say, the quarter horse, which has a shorter back. But it can still happen. It can happen to almost any horse. So basically, what a horse is on the inside is not, obviously, it's going to be different than what they look like on the outside. On the outside, you're going to see all kinds of muscles, okay, and some fat, and a layer of fat. The ideal horse should not have too much in the way of their bones sticking out, nor should they have too much fat. You want to be able to feel the side of the horse and be able to feel the ribs, but without them protruding or there's so much fat you can't feel it. Okay, that's how you can tell if a horse is in, good body weight. Okay, as far as what's inside is very complicated, and over videos I'll get to that. I just wanted to make it clear that horses were not originally made to be ridden, so there's going to be exercises that you should do, because obviously you're probably going to want to ride your horse. We all do. But there's going to be certain rules and exercises that you're going to want to follow to prevent this spine from sinking down or from lowering it. And one of those, I can show it to you right now, that anybody can do with their horse, as long as your horse is not a kicker, it's called the cat scratch. On either side of the tail, right here in the butt muscles, right there on the butt muscles, you want to take your finger and just scratch like this. Just on either side, like that. See? And you do that, and what will happen is the horse, a horse that's actually considered what's called hollow, their back will go down, will dip down like that. And it'll be, you know, like if your back is arched in, okay, and then when you do the cat scratch, it's like pushing that back up. And they'll go, ooh, and they'll push that. That's an excellent stretch. There's other ones too that you can do with treats that get the head down and stretch them down. There's actually some really good books out there on horse stretches that help a lot. But I just want everybody, any newbies out there, to know that there is a lot to this animal, and they are a lot of work. Okay, so not only is it what a horse is, but if anybody's thinking about buying a horse and you don't have a lot of experience, I would definitely recommend finding someone or volunteering at a barn and having someone teach you. Don't handle a horse if you have never handled them. Some horses can be it can be dangerous. You know, some horses are, you know, they can freak out, they can spook at anything. I have a horse that like is bomb-proof to the teeth, meaning that almost nothing spooks him, but he's done it. And, you know, he's spooked. He's spooked when I was riding him. He's taken off. He's done everything because he's a horse. And even if they're 99% bomb-proof, there's always going to be that 1%. You know, there's always going to be something there that will catch you off guard. So be careful. And I really, really, really recommend in the beginning to get to know the horse on a personal level, not just, as we're going to discuss in further videos, on the inside, on the outside, or as just something to ride, you know, because these are fantastic animals. And they're very, 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 very smart. And they will outsmart you whenever they can. So I will show you a few things also in this video. But for the most part, I just wanted to do a quick introduction to my channel and to what I'm going to be doing and talking about. And right now I'm at home, so I'm not at the barn. My horse is boarded at a friend's barn. There's a blizzard outside right now, so I didn't make it to the barn, unfortunately. But my friend took care of my horse for me because she lives nearby. But I will be doing videos at the barn and with the horses so I can show you things hands-on. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this and follow me, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos on horses. Take care.